if I could stress anything to a young producer, like, is know your business. Cause I think it's even more about the business than it is the music these days, for sure.
I'm gonna be real, y'all niggas selfish, bro.
What you mean,
y'all selfish
bro?
as hell. Metro was like, these niggas have a book on how to make a beat, bro. That shit real?
Bro, everybody got the same 24 hours. He's spending his time hating on something. If there's one thing about this whole conversation I want people to take, is...
All right, man, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Today we got legendary, long overdue. I'm talking about super long overdue. But we got DJ Spinz now. Listen, if you don't know who DJ Spinz is, bro, you tweaking. Like this man got an 808. And I'm talking about that shit more overused than the Wicca Wham at the Ride Wave type beats. I'm talking about this 808 carrying track beats right now. I'm talking about this 808 goddamn put legacy effects on. I'm talking about it won't for this 808. This nigga looking at me like, bro. It won't for this 808 goddamn. FL wouldn't even be popular right now, bro. I'm saying if it won't for this 808 goddamn, it wouldn't even be Spinz type beat tutorials type, you know what I'm saying? Nah, let me tell you, bro. What's up with you though, bro?
I'm chilling, bro. How y'all?
Man, chilling, man. And we got JB in the cut. JB was good, bro. All right, man, so this interview, man, we finna break down everything. Like, if y'all don't know the background behind DJ Spinz, man, this man was there on the Atlanta, like, wave, the 2015, 2016, Metro Boomin, Southside come up. Like, we finna dive into that whole story. Of course, we're gonna get into the Spinz 808. And we just gonna get into more stuff, man. I was on your page and getting notes for the interview and stuff, and I see Lofi. I'm like, it was like, bro, that shit hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta get into all of that. But let's go ahead and, beat the bush. Talk about that 808, man.
This is the first topic for sure. Spinz 808, man, shit. Hey, what more can I say? Shit. I will say this, like, I never put out a drum kit in my life. You know what I'm saying? So the fact of a Spinz 808, it's like I've been greeted with it more times than I can count. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's way bigger than me. So like what I always tell people is I'm like, okay, I'm really just glad to be a part of something that could help the community or, you know what I'm saying, help people get to a means like, okay, you use the Spinz 808. I use this in all my beats, bro. I'm like, that shit got it bumping? You like, hell yeah, you feel me? Like that shit, that's like fire to me because it's like, shit, I'm associated with that. You know what I mean? Like as far as like, they like, who made the Spinz 808? Bruh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all sounds are tools, you know what I'm saying? And like, you feel me? Like, if you a goddamn, a craftsman or something, like, you gonna use tools. Like, that's like telling him he can't use a screwdriver. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, to get to where you trying to get to, you use tools. And everybody use tools differently. You feel me? So, like, it's a beautiful thing to me. You feel me? Like, and I try to just, like it's been several mornings I wake up and my gram, like, boy, my mentions is going nuts. And it be from, like, y'all page of, like, people just back and forth about the 808. So I'm like, damn, this shit is really, like, way beyond me. It's crazy. And I'm like, shit, I'm gonna just stay out of it. You feel me? If that shit is helping y'all, I love it. That's what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a great thing.
Bro, you ain't never thought about copyrighting the 808? I was talking to my bro. I said, what if they copyright the 808 just come for every song used on that bit? But that's a fat ass check, bro. I'm talking about that shit fat as hell, bro.
Man, it's like, bro, I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? But like, man, that's like Moog or Roland, you know what I'm saying? Like, copyrighting a sound that they put in the keyboard for people to use. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody gonna use it a special way, you know what I'm saying? And make it their own, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a beautiful thing to me, bro. Like I really don't even look at it like that.
You never found out who made it?
Well, so like, okay, true story. I got a kit from Sunny Digital and it was like probably, I want to say 2009, maybe 2010. It was somewhere in that era. But like, I had went to his crib and then he gave me some sounds or whatever. Like I was just starting to fuck with FL. And it was a kit and it had a bunch of B-Weezy 808s in it. And like it had B-Weezy 808, I think maybe to like 10 or 11. And then it had a couple more 808s. It had a Spinz 808 in the kit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I found out later that B Weezy was making those kits. You know what I'm saying? But like, as far as like who made that 808, bro, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I got it in the kit. I got a Spinz 808 in the kit that was given to me. And yes, it was an 808 that I had used in songs before because I feel like most sounds are recycled. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you could just download a sound and you might put a compressor on it, you might put a distortion on it or whatever and retag it, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But the origin of the sound, like, I can't take credit for that. You know what I'm saying? But have I used the sound in a lot of beats before I got the kit? Yeah, that exact same 808. You know what I mean? But yeah, it seemed like it's been just as good a tool to me as it's been to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So keep using that shit, bro.
Shit, I respect that, bro. I ain't gonna cut. I would have gone that bit, been like, hell yeah, I made that shit, man. I got that shit came from. I would have came on some crazy
hella
ass stuff.
hella plugins on the master. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
So
man.
I mean, the second question would be like, the way you used it, like it's a knocking 808. You feel me? So like, for producers out there that want to know, like, how do they get their 808s and kicks knocking? Like, what advice would you give them?
Like, man, just develop your own sound. You know, like, I feel like, and that's what's gonna take you far anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because like, just maybe rough examples here, but like, if you go to McDonald's to get a double cheeseburger, like, you want a McDonald's double cheeseburger, like, it ain't gonna taste like Burger King double cheeseburger. You feel me? So like, craft your shit. You know what I'm saying? Try whatever, experiment. You feel me? To no end, and like, like, I feel naturally you'll start to, develop your sound. You know what I'm saying? And like how you use it, like the way Southside use maybe a Spinz 808 or a 808 is gonna be totally different from how I would use it. And Metro, the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, just craft your own sound. That's what I would say. I can't tell you how to do that, but
I feel it. So I mean, let's go back. Let's go all the way back. Are you from Atlanta?
nah, I'm from Augusta,
Georgia?
for sure.
So like, talk about like how you like got started into making beats or DJing.
My grandparents, my grandma and my uncle, they owned a supper club back home. So like, literally when I was born, like, I was 0. Like, I was like into the clubs, a bar and a day bar, and then my grandma ran a soul food restaurant or whatnot. So like, they would play like blues and saying old school and shit like that. And I just literally grew up every year, every day in there. And then at nighttime they'll have a DJ. So I just took a liking to the music early. Like, you know what I'm saying? He actually had vinyl and shit he would play, and he would play shit off a little CD player. So I took an interest to that. And like, probably when I was like 9 or 10, like, shit, I had like a CD collection that was kind of like his. Like, I was just stacking up. Like, I used to go to the store. I used to ask my mama to take me to the store. Like, that'll be like, I get good report cards, I can go like buy CDs and shit. So I was doing that, and then I was 9 or 10. I wanted some turntables. I was like, man, I want a DJ. And I think like 12, I got some turntables. Long story short, I finally got some, and then I started DJing, and I ended up DJing on the radio station like by the time I was 16 in Augusta. So like, I was just, yeah, like, I was really just loving, music or whatever. And then shit, I moved to Atlanta when I was 18. And after that, shit, I had been DJing like 8 years. So it was like, I got up here and I kind of saw like, cause I used to study shit like real like turntable type shit, like turntablism and shit. Like, I was watching Jazzy Jeff and fucking Q-Bird and shit like that. I used to be on that type shit. So when I got up here, it was like, I noticed that niggas wasn't on that. Niggas was, you know what I'm saying? It was about rocking the party. So, I got put into that, and then shit, probably a year later, I was like, shit, this DJing shit is kind of easy. I was like, shit, I want to start making the shit that make people move. So I started playing with production. Like, I got like a little MIDI keyboard, and I think the first shit I had was Reason. And shit, I just started fucking around with that shit. Like, and Scream, DJ Scream, he was like, he always been like a mentor to me. He kind of took me in when I moved up here and just helped me out, put me in line with gigs, and just, always was a big brother. And shit, I was like, yeah, I'm fucking around. I've just been trying to learn how to make beats and shit. I'm like, they trash or whatever. And then he was listening. He was like, nah, you actually got some shit. And like, he introduced me to like the first people who actually like, he was like, yeah, Spinz got beats, you know, and shit. The first person to rap on my beat was like Gorilla Zoe and shit. So yeah, after that, I just kept, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh damn, people like this shit. Let's keep going. My interest was peaked.
Wow, that's hard. So like, what led up to like your first? Who was like the first big artist you started working with in London?
Big art, well, shit. To me at the time, Gorilla Zoe was like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was definitely somebody, you know what I'm saying? And like being over there at Block Studio, Scream used to take me over there. Scream and Rip would take me over there. I met, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people. I met Sonny over there too, Jacquees, you know what I'm saying? And like, I say he was the first big, so to speak, rapper to rap on my shit. And then after that, I developed a friendship with Travis Porter because like I was DJing the clubs and they would be there. We was like the same age. Shit, me and Ali even got the same birthday. Like he just born a year after me. So like we was just kicking it. And then that's kind of like, I guess you would say like my first song that like people was like, oh, okay, like damn, nah, this shit doing something. I'm actually playing it when I go out and DJ and shit. So yeah, I'd say Travis Porter, I guess.
So like, talk about like the come up with all the guys, cause like what I hear in a lot of stories and stuff, it really all started at Sunny Digital House.
Yeah, so like, well, Sonny had like, it was like mixes. Sonny always had his mix going on. I think he used to call it 516. And he used to throw parties, but I had my mixes going on too. Like I used to have an apartment in Dunwoody. And like that's what like I made like Go Shorty Go with Travis Porter, Get Naked. All them first songs was in my apartment or whatever. But then me and Sonny had linked up just cause we was, you know, two young dudes doing the same shit. And I pull up to his crib and he was having functions over there. And like, you know, like we just all, you know, it was kind of like, okay, I don't know, we just kind of adopted each other as brothers because we was like in the same shit, you know what I'm saying? We young dudes, like we looking up to the Shawty Reds and the Drummer Boys and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't really have access to these guys, you know what I'm saying? It was just like us. So yeah, we just developed a friendship and like where, like I think what you're referring to a lot is probably like when we really came together at Dark. And like we was like living at Dark, like me, Metro, Sizzle, shit, Weezy was there too. You know what I'm saying? Weezy was a little younger, but like I think that's like the big, you know, it's like the producer union or whatever. Like we was all basically living at Dark. You know what I'm saying? And like shit, man, we brought so many artists through there, and like shit, we would like sleep there. I was staying like around the corner at the time, so literally, and they had showers there, so like I might stay there, shower there, or go home and shower, come right back, like, and it's like 2-3 years straight. You feel me? So like we just was working. Sonny, I remember he introduced me to McCona. It's like whoever we was working with, we would just like tell them to come to church, like, you know what I'm saying, come to the spot, pull up, you know what I'm saying, and we just was making shit.
Before we get into the rest of the interview, I want to talk to you about Beatstars. If you don't know what Beatstars is the world's #1 digital marketplace to sell beats. This is something that Ant Chamberlain and TNT done use to make a living selling beats online. Beatstars allows producers to sell their products worldwide. Beats, kits, loops, graphic design, video editing. I'm talking about any type of services. Top artists could come and buy your beats. For example, Lil Nas X Old Town Road is actually a beat that was brought from Beatstars. Whether you're an independent artist, A&R manager, there are a million beats on Beatstars available for you in any style. If you're an artist that watch our interviews, you could buy beats on here at very low rates, and you could also buy exclusive beats all to yourself. And if you're a producer, you should know goddamn well Beatstars is the perfect place for you. So after this interview, make sure you sign up for beatstars.com by typing in beatstars.com/PG. And Beatstars is not that hard at all. Beatstars is very user friendly, so where you can make your page and account just like that. And then on top of that, right now you can get 1 free month of premium membership for you to open up your own virtual music store using code ProducerGrind. All right, let's get back to this interview.
I got a few questions for you, but the first one I'm gonna ask is like, what changed from back then to now for a producer that's trying to migrate to Atlanta and get to working?
I think it's a lot different. But also like I think producers have a lot more resources now. You know what I'm saying? The internet is, you know, such a tool in just connecting people, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the Loop guys are from fucking overseas or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you know, it's good to be in somebody's proximity, but like, man, the internet now, you could just make a lot of connections from just being hungry and, you know what I'm saying, reaching out to people. You know, everybody might not respond, but you'll get some hits if you're consistent enough, you know what I'm saying? And if you got some good work, somebody will give you a listen, you know what I mean? People always listen, you know, looking for material. So I think back then, the landscape was just different, like, because probably like the DARP era was getting into like the streaming era where we at now with like the DSPs and Spotify and stuff like that. But before that, like where I was like making a lot of records and like really like feeling the energy, it was like I would DJ in the club, and like the club was like when an artist just made a record, like they're coming to the club that night to play the record, versus now it's like, okay, you trying to get the most streams. Well, back at that point, you was trying to get the city. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now you basically trying to conquer the world, you know what I'm saying? And then the city, you know, shit, the city is small compared to the world, you feel me? So I feel like it was just, you know, due to technology, like, you know, we were starting from more of an organic home type of base, you know what I mean? And looking back on it, it makes it really special, you know what I'm saying?
For a producer that's migrating from like Virginia or like South Carolina or something, in this day and age, what's some of the first steps they should take to get in those rooms?
Oh, man, just be hungry, man. Like if you know, like Atlanta's pretty small, you know what I'm saying? So like, and it seems like today everybody got their mix going on. So, you know, it might be this camp over here. They work at this studio all the time. And to be fair, like that knowledge is like, you can find that out if you really want to know, you know what I'm saying, where somebody at. And, you know, you gotta work your move. You know what I'm saying? Like if these niggas be recording over here, I'm trying to get over here, like I'm finna find any excuse in the world to be over here. You know what I'm saying? And to insert myself into a situation where I can be over here, you know what I mean? So you gotta move with intent, you know, like that's what I would say about that.
So when did the record Cashing Out come out?
I wanna say like maybe 2011. Was it?
I remember I was probably like in middle school. I think I was in middle school
Damn.
when that shit came
Wow,
out.
I'm
Man.
old as hell.
You said 2011?
I was in like 6th grade.
Oh, bullshit.
Word.
But I remember that shit on like 106 in Park and shit.
Oh, yeah,
like,
damn.
playing that bit. So like talk about that, 'cause I know that was a big check. Like, and I know like as far as like the business, like how did that shit go compared to the business now?
Yeah, it's definitely changed a lot. And I think you know, shit is moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Back then, like when I signed my pub deal, like it was an MDRC. I don't know if y'all familiar with what that is, but basically it's like a delivery commitment. So basically you have to submit a certain amount of records to the label or whoever you sign to and recoup. You know what I'm saying? So you could be recouped and, you know, because a pub deal, they're going to give you some money up front. You know what I'm saying? You could be recouped, but if you ain't fill your MDRC, then it's like you still in this deal and they still collecting off your shit. So now I know they've moved the notion to like a lot of deals don't have an MDRC, it's based off recoupment. And I think that's, you know, that's a good step for producers, but it's still a ways to go. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's still an uphill battle. You feel me? But it's working to get better. And what I would tell like any young producer too, like, man, know your business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take time to study. Like, niggas just be making beats and want a placement. But like, man, like, understand, you know what I'm saying, this paperwork. Like, if a nigga just give you $5,000 or $7,500 or whatever, like, understand what you just signed to do. You know what I'm saying? To get that money. You feel me? Like, and know what you getting into. Like, I think people just kind of look at the numbers and the glitz and glamour and they miss the point. You know what I'm saying? And like all of the older guys, you'll see them, they be big. Like when you talk to Jay-Z and people like that, like they talking about ownership. You know what I'm saying? Because that's important. You know what I mean? And I really, if I could stress anything to a young producer, like, is know your business. Because I think it's even more about the business than it is the music these days, for sure.
Ooh,
For, no question.
What you gotta say about music producers getting fucked? Like, not like that, but like on the business side, like we be seeing a lot of producers like, oh, this nigga got them stole my shit or fuck this label on Instagram type shit. Like, I don't know. What you feel like the problem is? Like,
If fuck this label on Instagram gonna get you your money?
Hell no. It's over with.
You know, like, so, like, the type of person I am, like, I'm a solution-based person. So, you know, I'm not gonna dwell on the problem. I'm looking for a solution. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the rants, you know, if that's gonna help you get to the solution, then cool. But for me, you know, like, like, how we finna get this solved? Like, I need to be talking to my business team or finding somebody who gonna go fight for me, you know what I'm saying? And get what you know what I'm saying? Shit, put me in a proper negotiation. Like,
I feel we did this interview with you know, Verse.
mm-mm.
We did an interview with him or whatever, and he was talking about, like, he was saying, like, advice for producers, basically. He was saying, like, you probably best off with a lawyer than you is with a manager, like a really, really good lawyer that know the business than a manager who just gonna, you know what I'm saying, check in type shit.
Yeah. And, you know, shit, if a manager wants, you know, or feels entitled to, you know, anything that you do, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't really bring it to the table, like, I think that's kind of bullshit. Like, if you're not creating me opportunities, like, you feel me? Like, you're not killing nothing, so you can't eat off my plate. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like, nah, that's not a deal I want to work out for myself. But a lawyer who's supposed to, and shit, you might have to get a lawyer on a lawyer.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm telling you, it's like, man, know your business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get a lawyer to tell you this, but you could double check him too. You know what I'm saying? You want to be on top of the game, because, like, when you get fucked, what, you gonna blame him? You fucked at that point. Like, it's over with. Like, what? Take time to learn your shit, man.
What if you get to the position in business to where you want to know? Did you have some situations that you got fucked?
Yeah, like, man, my like I said, my first deal wasn't ideal. You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like everybody got to get, like, you know what I'm saying, screwed over one time, like.
So you learn, but make sure you learn from it. So when you go move to the next one, you know what I'm saying? You learn, you took that knowledge that you gained from that and you apply it to your next situation. You know what I'm saying?
Can you explain what happened a little bit?
I don't feel like I feel like I'm blessed still. You know what I'm saying? So, cause like I've seen way worse. You know what I mean? So, like, but just shit. And now it's like my shit is done. You feel me? But I really don't look back on nothing with regrets. Like, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like, we in the present, you know what I'm saying? We shaping the future. So, like, I can't dwell on, you know what I'm saying? If anything I can do for my past is learn from it. Like, I'm not sitting here like, oh, this nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like, I'm gonna go handle that if it's a problem, and we gonna square it away. You feel me? Like, I ain't walking around with no extra weight on my shoulders.
So, like, describe, I mean, this is really, like, an easy, like, answer, like, it's common sense type shit, but, like, describe what your work ethic gotta look like to, like, really want this shit and really build with an artist type shit.
Building with an artist, I think is really important, because, like, a lot of the, like, artists that I work with just came from relationships. It didn't, you know, like, and another thing too, like, I see in the industry now is people work very closely with their circle. You know what I'm saying? So it was a time where it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna use him as an example. But Manny Fresh, he came up with Cash Money or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he was high, he was killing it, but everybody in the industry wanted a Manny Fresh beat. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, that happens a little bit, but it's still like, nah, like, I've been working with my guy from day one, and I'm still working with, like, some Drake and 40 shit, you feel me? Like, so that relationship that 40 built with Drake, you know what I'm saying, has lasted him to where he don't have to go and work with any new guy who pop up, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing I feel about with chasing placements, like it's kind of hard, bro, because you not gonna match everybody vibe. You know what I'm saying? So, like, lock in with who vibe that you do match, you know what I'm saying? And maximize on that versus just, like, trying to get to everybody. Oh, this nigga got a #1 single. Let me send him some shit. Let me, you know what I'm saying? If that's your game, you know, do your thing. But, like, for me, it's always been about a relationship.
I respect that heavy, because a lot of people some of the people like our audience, they might come to me, they might ask questions, and some people that been in the interview, they might have gave advice and said, "Hey, go hit everybody up, literally just fuck with everybody." And some people they preach like having the exclusive brand, you know what I'm saying, or just being attached to certain people who you want to. So I respect that though, you know what I'm saying, like really link up and like see who they are for real.
Yeah,
Like,
cause like the type of person I am, like if anybody who knows me, they gonna tell you like I'm a vibe person, bro. Like you could have $1, $1 million, or $1 billion. You feel me? If we vibe, we vibe. You know what I mean? I ain't on that type of shit. So like I feel like that's always who I made the best music with, was people who I vibe with. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't go in the studio like we finna make Go Shorty Go today. I didn't go in the studio like we finna make Fuck Up Some Commas today. You feel me? Like, get what? Go Shorty Go. We might have just came home from the club or something, you know what I'm saying? And there's some vibes going on. I'm just fucking around with my little shit. He like, hell yeah, boy, I like, yeah, record. You know what I'm saying? You know, another day might be shit. I came home, I think cashing out. I had just DJ'd the night before, and I got home from the club and like just started the idea. Cash Out was in the club that night, and he was like, come to the studio tomorrow. And I just started like a couple ideas, and that was one of the ideas I started after the club energy. You know what I'm saying? It just pulled up with that. It was just an idea. And then it's like, okay, people like it. Fire. Like, versus, you know, like, I could get into shit where I be, you know, I don't know. Sometimes that label shit be weird to me, you know. It'd be like, I need this. Like, I need a PlayStation 5 and a PlayStation 3 mixed together.
swear to God.
With a 70 BPM, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I mean? Like, nah, I don't. But yeah.
I remember, bro, who said, I think I seen a nigga posted on a video, bro. The nigga was like, Metro was like, these niggas have a book on how to make a beat, bro. That shit real?
Hey, man. Show don't be lying, man. You feel me?
These niggas got a
Shit
book.
crazy. Shit crazy out here,
That's how you
man.
do your 808 like that type shit, bro.
I mean, you know, they try to, a lot of, I'm not speaking on no one in particular, but like, there are, you know, like people want to dissect things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, basically what I was saying about us creating it, like I'm not consciously thinking about all the layers, and this is like, you know, I'm thinking about a feeling when I'm making music. You know what I'm saying? And when I get that feeling, then it's like, okay, after you get that feeling, well, what was going on this magical day? You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, that shit just felt right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like E equals MC squared and shit. Like, it was just like, shit, that was the vibe. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, people fucking with the vibe.
I see y'all like on the vibe way. So, what's a crazy studio story? I know y'all want just on no boring, just
Oh boy,
shit.
I mean, that's why I love my era of music so much, because it's like, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, even, I was thinking about this earlier, and I'm like, see, like my brother, he's 21. You know what I'm saying? So he's like a lot more, he keeps me up to speed, because like me, like in my world, like the past few years, I've been diving off into these rabbit holes of jazz, and like I'm digging and looking for like, I'm going back, you know what I'm saying, and studying, you know, and like, he like, bro, you heard the new Lil Baby that just dropped? I'm like, nah, play it for me, you know what I'm saying? I don't really keep up with it. Or like Trill will come to me and bring me something like, so it's like, this music that's going on today is probably gonna resonate to them different because they're that age, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in my 20s no more, you know what I'm saying? So like, bro, like, I respect all art, but for me, it's like, bro, I'm not listening to spin the block music every day. I ain't finna go spin the block, fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, when we was making music, it's like people at the crib, you know what I'm saying? We might have some vibes going, you feel me? And shit, I just played something, and then we really probably telling a story about what's really happening right here. You know what I mean? It's like we packaging the moment up in a song. Like, and that, you know, I still, you know what I mean? That's how I like to make music. Like, sometimes it's like, if it's just a dead room, it's like, shit, ain't no vibe going, shit. I'm finna go out and do something, you know what I mean? So I got something to, you know what I mean, come in and use.
So let's talk about like that vibe, like with Future type shit. Cause that wave was like, I don't think you topping that shit, bro. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
We were talking about like mixtape goats.
Yeah, for sure.
No disrespect to Wayne, bro.
Yeah, straight up.
No disrespect.
Oh shit.
But Future really got that shit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, I know y'all niggas got, I'm gonna be real, y'all niggas selfish, bro.
What you
Y'all
mean,
selfish
bro?
as hell. Cause I know y'all sitting on like 2,000 plus songs we ain't never gonna hear.
2,000.
Oh, it's probably way more than that.
10.
20.
20.
Y'all
30.
niggas selfish as hell.
That's fucked up.
Bro, listen. I'll tell you one thing about my boy Pluto, boy. Been knowing this man over 10 years. If it's 7 days in the week, I don't give a fuck if he just went platinum, he just went diamond, he just goddamn made $1 million in 60 minutes. If it's 7 days in the week, Pluto in the studio, 5, 6, 5 minimum. Minimum. He don't, like, you feel me? Like, so, like, to see that type of work ethic and to see it from the bottom to the top, you know what I'm saying? And didn't lose no momentum, like, with his work ethic. You feel me? Like, you know how somebody might get a hit and it's like, all right, shit, it's like, shit, they just made it. You feel me? Like, nah, fool, like, you looking at 100 million there, like, niggas up going on the way to a B and still goddamn in the gym. It's like that Mamba mentality. It's like Kobe. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna outwork everybody still. Like, when everybody think I'm on top, bro, like, it's still work to do. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, for a nigga who lazy and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want it that bad. You know what I'm saying? When I'm seeing these niggas, like, who at the top of the top and they, you know what I mean, still got this type of work ethic, you feel me? Like,
So, like, what's your favorite record that you did with Future so far?
man, we got a few that
some
ain't
shit that ain't even released.
Yeah, we got a few that ain't came out, but like, man, anytime I get to record with bro, it's just, you know, it's a moment. It's special, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot, and I'm grateful to have been around and just to absorb, you know what I'm saying, everything that goes into those sessions. So, like, I don't know, man. Every time it just be like, all right, if I'm feeling like this, I might want to play this, but shit, it just it's hard to pick a favorite, bro. Like, honestly.
Bro, y'all gotta bring them vlogs back, bro.
The vlog.
I'm saying, man, I've been watching them bitches in goddamn high school, bro.
Which one?
Like, all them
That shit had
shits,
me
like,
cooking up in
all
school.
them whole, like, the 808 Mafia vlogs.
Yeah.
Shit with Fuse and shit.
Yeah.
I know there was one with you I was just looking at yesterday when I was getting my shit ready. So, like,
Yeah.
bro, bring them shit back, bro.
Bring the vlogs back.
Bring it back, bro.
Man, turn the camera on.
Man,
we just need some fire cameraman, you feel me? Like, just fire camera, just hit us up, you feel me? Like, fire cameraman, just hit us up, bro. Come pull up.
That nigga talking about fire cameraman.
I just seen,
like,
bro.
we ain't sitting right here.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, just come pull up, you feel me?
We gotta
Come
do it.
pull
We gotta
up.
do the vlog or something, man. Bring it back.
Let's do it.
10 years later. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Niggas making fire ass shit. So, I mean, let's switch it up real quick. We're gonna do a segment called Overrated, Underrated.
All right.
Basically, I give you a topic and you tell me if it's overrated, underrated. Strip club.
Damn, I gotta pick one. Overrated or underrated?
In 2022.
It just depends on what you trying to do.
Break a record.
Oh, overrated.
Overrated?
It's totally
Overrated.
different now. It's a whole different. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like, right, yeah.
I ain't gonna
Overrated.
cap, but when I'm in there, I ain't gonna cap. Like, I be listening
Yeah.
all the music.
Like-
Oh God, like, I be like, what's this?
Well, let me elaborate. Cause, like, all right, I feel like feeling that energy, you know what I'm saying? Like is proper. Like, you need that, you know what I'm saying? You need to see how people reacting to the music. So, shit, you could bring the strip club to you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes nigga bring the strip club to them, but you know, we got to get that feel. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a lot of ways to do it now. Back then, it was like that was the way, you know, the only way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times.
Still think it's like effective, like, and I'm asking this because, like, I see a lot of times, like, people starting to make like their own motion with shit. It's like you were saying, you and Sunny Digital was doing parties back then. I see Sunny Digital now. He got the Club Digital at the studio
For
and
sure.
shit. So, like, making a studio in Atlanta now, would that still be effective type shit? Or is
Making a
saturated?
studio in Atlanta,
Like, just building the studio, open one up, would it be effective?
I'm gonna always say yes.
Even
Yeah.
with as many studios as it is down here?
Yeah, because I mean, it's like, you know, it's just like a piece of art. A studio is a piece of art to me. You know what I'm saying? Every room is different. You know what I'm saying? Every room got a different vibe. So, yeah, shit. Don't never stop that shit. Keep going.
All right, so overrated, underrated, OnlyFans. I just
Okay.
bullshit, bro.
I mean, bruh, Like, bro, from what I'm seeing, hey man, these folks getting their money. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? The shawty getting her money, goddamn, you know. I seen folks like, shit, they making $1 million plus on that shit. Boy, hell, keep running that shit up. Do that shit.
You got some subscription.
And man, hell nah, nigga, I got somebody goddamn, I'm collecting. Like,
What he said, bro.
boy, man, underrated.
OnlyFans, one up. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Underrated.
OnlyFans.
Run it up.
Overrated. Food runner.
Food running?
Yeah.
Like, what you mean, like
At the studio,
like
they
an
go
an
do
intern?
Yeah.
If you trying to build a position in that studio, like, that's a way in.
You ever intern before?
Nah, I didn't, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that I've seen interns go from that to head engineers. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if that's your, you know, a part of your journey and you trying to get to this destination, yeah, I fuck with that.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Feel like interns be getting hell, bro.
But
You gotta go through some
That's
hell to get to
facts.
paradise, man. Like, bro, if it's just sunny every fucking day, bro, you not even gonna know how to appreciate the sun when that shit go away. You just gonna be like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we got daytime and nighttime, like, to create a balance. Like, you feel me? If it wasn't no bad, we wouldn't appreciate the good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, you gotta go through some hell. Like, that's just like if a person, like, bro, I preach this too. It's like, bro, like having a handout. You know what I'm saying? Like, with money too. Like, all right, bet, bro. If somebody give you $100,000, you gonna treat this $100,000 way different than if you put in blood, sweat, and tears for $100,000 and you made that yourself. You gonna spend that shit totally different. A nigga just gave you $100,000, you might could blow that shit today because you ain't no sweat off your back. You ain't do nothing for that. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, bro, like, you gotta go through that, bro. Like you gotta go through something to get to something better. Like, if everything was easy, then everybody would be doing everything.
All right, man, so overrated, underrated NPC.
Man.
Nah, bro, don't change my mind. I'm getting that bit, bro. Don't say no bad shit, bro.
I fuck with NPCs, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess, but I like dolls more. I will say
Digital?
that.
So you going digital?
I mean, I like both, you feel me? But like when I make a beat on the MPC, it always end up in FL or it end up in Ableton.
Are you on Mac or Windows?
Both.
All right, boom.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we took this clip from Southside interview.
Right.
And those in the comments wilding. And all Southside was saying was like, you know, that shit hit different on PC than Mac.
I mean, you know, it's
He tried
I'll
not to
put
get
it this
caught
way.
on the Instagram
No.
reel,
I'm
bro.
gonna tell you something though. You know what I use FL on?
On what?
My PC, my Razer. I don't have FL on my Mac.
Mm.
Okay. You just record on there?
Hmm?
You just recording? Pro
I use
Tools?
Ableton on my Mac.
Ableton?
Yeah,
You was Ableton?
yeah.
Sure. What's like? What about Ableton you like? Cause I see a lot of people starting.
Man, I really just dove into it this year, but I love Ableton, man. Like, cause I've used, like, in my journey, like I said, I started on Reason, then I had like some little outboard fusion type of situation. I had an MPC 1000, I had a Motif, a rack, and I remember I couldn't even hook the MIDI up right, so I used to make like drum lines on my MPC and literally have to line them up in the session, like, and make them match. Like, I do like a 4-bar count in with the metronome to make that shit line up and shit before I knew how to work the MIDI. But I had that. I had fucking Logic. Logic was what I made my first hits on, Cashing Out, Riot, shit like that. And then Metro and Sizzle really kind of gave me the runs of FL. Like, I had been seeing like people use Fruity Loops forever, but I just never really fuck with it or understood it. But Metro and Sizzle, like, really, like, I would say they taught me FL. You know what I'm saying? They taught me like the ins and outs and how to move about in that shit.
You up to date with like the new plugins type shit?
You know, when you say new plugins, what you mean?
Like new sounds, like Keyscape.
Oh, yeah,
Keyscape
yeah.
ain't old, but like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
just
yeah.
new sounds.
Yeah.
We did this vlog like a couple days ago. We was like, bro, let's go with FL11 and cook up with the like legendary like Nexus, Gladiator,
Yeah,
2,
the kit.
Purity.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cap though, that shit
came crazy.
Yeah, bro, that shit felt like an old vibe I ain't really had in a minute. You feel me? Type
And
shit.
that's what I think about with all equipment. So like the MPC is like, all right, if that's the vibe you want, you feel me? Like, you know, that's how you work. Shit, it's a tool, you know what I'm saying? I got quite a few MPCs, you know what I'm saying? Because I might be feeling this way a day, you know what I'm saying? Some of the older MPCs got a certain kind of color to them, you know what I mean? If you run shit through them, you know, it come out a little different, you know what I mean? So
I remember I did this shit. We did it behind the beat with Zaytoven and Traverton. I was asking Zaytoven how much for a collab in person. That nigga was like, hey, bro, I'm gonna be real. You gonna be mad as fuck. You done paid them my money. I done made that shit on MPC in 5 minutes.
oh yeah, for sure, nah.
He
My
said he
boy
gonna
gonna
be
cut
mad.
that shit up like, boy, in a jiffy,
No count, bro.
straight up.
So to switch it up, like, let's talk about the lo-fi.
Yeah.
Overrated, underrated.
Man, lo-fi, the genre, I guess it's what you make it at this point. Like I like lo-fi, but more so I find that I like a certain vibe of lo-fi. Cause some of that shit could be like real, like sad and depressing, you know, and that ain't the shit I like. I like shit that make my day smoother. You know what I'm saying? I like shit that relax me, you know, so that type of lo-fi, shit, underrated. I love it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to be over in the corner, you know, down and all that droopy shit. Like, nah.
So, like, how important is it for a producer to know, like, multi-genres type shit?
Man, I think it's very important because in my journey, it's like shit, I ventured to different sounds. You know what I mean? Like, how you was feeling in 2012 might not be how you feel in 2014. And like, I consider like making beats and being a producer, like you an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you drawing pictures. So like your work this year, you know what I'm saying? Why would you want to keep drawing the same shit over and over again? You know what I mean? Like you feel this way, so this coming out, you know? Like, so I think it's important to be free with your art.
So this is random, but like I was thinking about it. I seen this comment. What it was, you know, DB? He signed to ATL Jacob. He like young boy to come up. Okay. So we did this this cook up with DB. We posted on ProducerGrind a couple weeks ago. And he was saying how like ATL Jacob his favorite producer. Like he was saying ATL Jacob's favorite over Metro. And I seen someone in the comments and they was like, how the fuck you gonna pick ATL Jacob? ATL Jacob just like getting started. And I'm like, the fuck, nigga? That nigga been goddamn making beats
For a long time.
Yeah, like he been in motion for a long ass time. And it's like, I don't know, it's like niggas don't really see that 4-5 years of groundwork type shit. And what I'm leading to is like, is there like an age limit to this shit? Cause I'll be real with you, I'm about to be 23 in a couple more months.
Oh man, you so young, man.
But see, I don't think that, cause I be seeing the 15, 16-year-olds with 30 plaques now, so I be thinking like
30 plaques?
I swear. Bruh.
They done figure some shit out.
Timmy Turner ass nigga with a plaque just like this, bro.
Timmy Turner, you tripping?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I be thinking like, damn, fuck, 25, some guy to pop up type shit, but is it really an age limit to this shit though? Cause then you got Southside, the nigga talking about on $1 million with the game, he like 33 or some shit. And he done 10 years later, he got them reinvented. He about to drop a whole track with Dirt Friday, you feel me? So it's like,
to be in studio every day for like 10 years straight.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. That's what our work ethic is like. Like, you feel me? Like, we really don't, like, because we love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, it ain't work when you love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting in there, you creating your art, bro. Like, so now I don't think it's an age limit. I started DJing at, nigga, really 11 or 12, probably before that, you know, mentally. And shit, if I would have told somebody that I was gonna be on the radio when I was 16, have my own show, like, people probably would have thought I was crazy until it happened. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no fucking age limit, you know what I'm saying, man? If you want some shit, go out here and get it, bro. Like, recognize the opportunities that we have in front of us, like living in America, having the internet, like, bro, like, tools. Like, if it's one thing about this whole conversation I want people to take, it's tools, bro. It's tools. Use them.
Tools.
Use them, bro.
So loops,
you feel me?
tools, use them, midis, use them, chords.
Use them, fool. Use them, bro.
I hate them nigga that be like, bro, they don't even got it, bro. This shit, we could post fucking this shit right here. This a nigga in the comment talking about, hey, I click niggas ain't no real ad producer. Like, what the fuck you talking about, man?
Man, look, tell them folk to keep talking. Cause get what? You know what you doing? You building content right now. And what he doing? adding to your content.
Building smoke.
You feel me? He spending his time. Bro, everybody got the same 24 hours. He's spending his time hating on something. You feel me? That same time he's spending doing that, he could be doing something productive to, you know what I'm saying, enhance his life, enhance his library, you know what I'm saying? But he choose to come on here, talk about click niggas. These click niggas getting their money. Shit, you might need to be a click nigga, bro. Nah.
Don't count those. So, I mean, talk about like, I know you started like rapping, you're an artist now and stuff.
Yeah.
So like talk about, before we even talk about that, like when you gonna put out your project, like DJ Spinz project?
Man, the
Put
thing
some
with
more
that
Future
is,
songs
it's
on there.
like my Khaled type of work.
Yeah, man.
Whenever it's ready, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got records that are unreleased. You know what I'm saying? That are near and dear to me. But you know, it's kind of like, well, shit just got to line up in the universe. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I hit that point yet. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would love to. You know what I'm saying? I'm always cataloging for that.
So like talk about the songs and stuff you got coming up.
Meaning like you talking about on the artist side?
Yeah, artist side.
Oh yeah. So shit. With that, it's kind of like, just like anything else in my art, it's like when I'm feeling it, you know, I purchased my home, and the first thing before I moved into my house, like I bought a house back in 2017. It was like, before I even move in this bitch, my studio gotta be done. Like I'm not leaving my other crib with my shit already together to come into a house with no studio. So that was like number one. So like when I catch inspiration, like I capture it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. I can't tell you a date when that shit coming. You feel me? But I'm always cataloging.
But like producer artist shit, that shit underrated. Like Sunny Digital, of course, but this is one producer, Sample Maker Nami.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped a project, and it was basically like I forget what it's called, but it was inspired by Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I was playing him that shit. That shit so hard, and it's just like, bro, like.
Man, yeah, bro. And like, you know, I love what Sunny doing, just breaking that mold, you feel me, and putting that shit on Front Street. Because, like, bro, like, man, art is art. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, you got the system that's built around however that's built. But that don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, there's not other beautiful things. Bro, every week I find something beautiful and I'm like, shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to my playlist or what I'm listening to now, it's so much random shit that people probably never heard of, but that shit is fucking amazing. You know what I mean? So you got the mainstream pushing this 1% of music when there's so much other shit out there, bro. So like as a person, I'm always gonna create art. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just near and dear to my heart. Like,
shit, bro. I ain't got no question, bro. You answered them shit. Nigga came in, just got the goddamn. You feel me?
Well, yeah, I'm here, bro. You feel
questions,
me?
Man.
I appreciate y'all for having me, for sure.
I feel you, but goddamn, what you got, bro? Man, what's the craziest Future verse you heard, bro? What's the craziest thing you heard a nigga Future say? Future the only nigga that voice could crack. That shit still hard on the goddamn beat, bro.
Man, Pluto say so much crazy shit, bro. You know
I know on 712, he was like 5%. You can see the 5% tint through the chin name. Like, what makes you think of that shit, bro?
You live it.
Yeah. But still, though, this nigga added a syllable to a one syllable word, bro. That shit was still hard.
You feel me? It's if he didn't have that experience, you know what I'm saying, then he just sold it real good. You know what I'm saying? But
favorite Future tape.
Sheesh, man. Like and he know this, man. I'm in love with like that era. Like I was here for Dirty Sprite. You feel me? Like I felt that I was a part of that gratefully, you know what I'm saying? But like, bro, like that era, like, man, I still listen to We Winning, like shit, bro. I'm gonna at least hear that a couple times a year, no question. You feel me? Like, I love that era of like Future music for sure. And a lot of music for that matter. But yeah, bro, like I guess you could say from when Dirty Sprite came out, maybe 2011 to goddamn like Monster. You know what I'm saying? Monster 56. Now I remember the first time I heard Monster, the song. God, that, you feel me? Like that shit, it just felt different. You know what I'm saying? Like amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it still give me that feeling.
I mean, I love the era, but at the same time, I hate the process of it. Cause like now, if a record like Monster was to drop, but the FLP remake would be on YouTube.
It ain't one out now for it?
Oh yeah, it would be, but I'm saying if it came out now, it'd be out there.
It'd be accurate. It'd be accurate.
I remember
making
niggas was on page
ASAP.
84 on YouTube trying to figure out how y'all niggas was doing that shit. I was like, what the fuck, man? oh cap, like it's just a whole different area. You feel me?
Hey man, you got a lot of tools at your disposal, man. You
That's
know,
what it
use
is,
them.
bro. But shit, man, I appreciate you tapping in, man. We definitely gotta get a vlog again sometime, type shit.
For sure, man.
But man, anything. Well, I already know the biggest advice you're gonna give. But if you just got any last thing to say to the people watching, man, what would you say?
Hey man, do you. You know what I'm saying? Do it well. And just go hard, bro. You feel me? Like, work hard, bro. Like, don't stop. Like, stay relentless.
So man,
Get to your destination. That's it.
One last thing. Do you do any business outside of producing?
Absolutely. Like, if it was one thing I would tell a inspiring producer, artist, anything, is get you some money. You feel me? Like, so many. I've encountered a lot. You know, people be like, I want to rap and whoop the whoop, and I'm about to get my breakthrough, and I just need. It's a lot of I just need people. Like, bro, nah, bro, you don't need shit. Like, if somebody come give you something, you really starting in debt. So you starting under if somebody come give you something. Go get you some money, then goddamn shit might flow smoother for you because you work for it. Now you got something to talk about. You went out there and you got the money. When you get in the booth, nigga don't want to hear about a nigga. I know I don't want to hear a nigga on the rap song talking about how broke he is and he just waiting for a nigga to come give him some money. Boy, go get you some money and then invest into your craft.
okay.
Whether that's in music or outside of music, bro, go get you some money, bro.
You're gonna be a little hurt out that one, but
Go get you some money, bro.
That's all right, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
We out.